Johannes, okay, everyone look alive, okay? Fred Durst is here. We got him. You hear that? We got Fred Durst. He's here. Okay, pull this picture and the one of me and Fred on the monitor. Okay, perfect.
Okay.
All right,
Well, I mean, that's worse
right,
than charity.
oh my God! Wow, Johannes, get off the phone.
I'll tell
Fred
him.
Durst is
Okay.
coming.
Yeah.
Fred Durst.
So,
man, I'm gonna show him this hat and be
John,
these are the words I live by.
John.
Live, laugh, Limp Bizkit. And I'd be like, yeah.
Yeah.
What?
So Fred is not coming. I just talked to his manager. He's not going to be here.
Fred canceled?
Yeah.
Again?
Yeah. But we do have, we're going to get Gary.
Who the is Gary?
He's a performance artist.
Gary, the performance artist? This is worse than Bobby Lee.
Well, he looks familiar.
He looks familiar. All right, I guess let's meet Gary, the performance artist. Right? God damn it. I really wanted Fred. Now!
You're at the desk, not the throne?
I sit at the desk, yeah. It's my show.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
They were like sending me a bunch of stuff about guests I could have. Okay? And they were like, oh, you can have any guests you want. And then they're like, what about Gary? I said, let's get Gary on here.
How did you find me?
Dark web. Very hard to find, Gary.
Was it clown clickbait?
That's what it got me, though.
Okay.
Got me to click.
Yeah.
Got me to click.
Well, you know, now you have a purpose and you can become a martyr for your purpose.
Wait, does that mean I have to die? Because
When-
I'm willing to, Gary.
If you're willing to.
I'll do it right now for you.
Okay. Well, let's do it.
Yeah.
All right.
We're going to die. And just so you know, at no point we will be recording.
Okay.
They haven't figured it out yet. This is Johannes. He runs my podcast. He's a producer. Hold on. He's a producer. None of these things work. None of these guys in the background do anything. It's all for show.
Pretty elaborate situation you got here, Mr. Gob. Can I call you Gob?
Hey, go with John.
John? Okay, yeah.
We're just a couple of guys.
Just a couple of guys.
Talking.
John and Gary.
John and Garrett. It's got a ring to it.
It's got a ring to it.
So, Johannes, we're just a couple guys talking, okay? So you just,
Yeah, that's what a podcast is. Yep.
keep it rolling, baby.
What's
All
his
right.
last name? Berg?
Is that your last name? Johannes Berg?
No, it's not.
It's not.
It sure would be a great last name.
It would be better if your first name was Ice.
Funny.
Not if you were a ship, though.
Yeah, probably not. Not the Titanic. Look at the little penis drawn right there.
Yeah, that's to size.
Is that
To scale,
huh?
Yeah.
It's a goblin size.
You do art, Gary? Do you like to draw?
Yes,
You do?
I do.
What kind of stuff does Gary like to draw?
I usually like to draw tea bags.
You like to draw tea bags.
Yeah, I was like tea bags. I started with station wagons, and I was like, not many people draw station wagons from 1970 to 79. And then I thought, well, what would be something no one draws to be unique as tea bags?
You nailed it. Never would have thought of tea bags, but you're drawing them, huh?
Yeah, I'm kind of drawing them.
Like you're just like, today I'm thinking Earl Grey. Like that? Like that's kind of how you feel and then you just draw that? Or are you talking about the other tea bag?
Talking about the chestnut dump, the tea bag.
Not Earl Grey. Yeah.
It could be Earl Grey's tea.
Oh, it could be Earl Grey's. Yeah,
Yes,
his. Earl.
correct. It
Yeah, those
could
are
be.
Earl's teas. bags.
Yes, it could be that.
Gary, what do you do for a living?
Well, I'm the world's only tea bag painter.
You see this? This is the kind of guests we've been asking for. Keep bringing on comedians and people that are like, I gotta promote my stand-up tour. We have an artiste, okay? Someone who can take their emotions, put it into a painting, have one man laying down, another man hovered above him, placing down upon his forehead. You understand, Johannes?
Yeah,
what
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
saying?
I get it. Yep.
He puts his nuts
Yeah,
on
no,
the
I
guy's
got it.
face.
I get it.
Yeah. All right.
You really have a grasp on this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a double grasp on it,
Yes.
you would say.
I'd say so. That's pretty impressive.
Gary, when you're outside, you're looking up at the stars. What's Gary thinking about?
Well, I feel like the whole sky is a warm blanket of tears just laying softly over me. It's quite a sentimental feeling, so I think of that warm blanket of tears. Just, it's just like a, like that. That's what I think about usually, almost every time I look at the sky, the stars.
I got news for you, Gary. You're a poet as well. You're not just an artist. You are speaking straight to my soul right now. That's what I think about. Tears. I usually cry when I'm alone. So that's kind of the same thing.
No crying in public, no public show of emotion for you?
I like to do it I'll do it in public. Yeah, I'll do it when I'm alone. I'll do it when I'm around people. I do it when I'm at work. I do it when I'm eating lunch at Chili's alone in the booth. I cry.
You're a very secure goblin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, Gary, I got to be honest.
Yeah.
We had a guest canceled today.
I heard about it.
So you were a backup guest. So I got to have all his questions. We were really excited. Everyone's like, yeah, you're finally going to interview Fred Durst, and he canceled.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Surprise, surprise.
I mean, he's a little bit of a D-bag.
Not a teabag. D-bag.
D-bag.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would never put him among my arsenal of thoughts of even giving him the credit to be a teabag.
Yeah, I feel like we should just bleep his name. You know what I mean? He canceled last minute. Then I was like, I heard he's doing a podcast about aliens. I was like, well, that must mean Wes Borland. Can you get that alien on the show? He did my show. He said no. So I was like, all right, get me a real artist. They said, we can give you Gary. So I have Gary, but the problem is I have a lot of notes about stuff that no one cares about. But I'll just ask you about aliens then.
Okay.
Does Gary believe in aliens?
Gary believes in a deep state, secrecy. Gary believes in a higher intelligence, a non-human intelligence. Yes, you nailed it. How did you know that?
I just want to know. They always say higher intelligence when we're talking about aliens,
Aliens,
but
right?
they're not exactly abducting Neil deGrasse Tyson. You know what I mean? Just doesn't always feel like they pick the best people to abduct.
Or they are picking the best people, and we are giving Neil a little too much credit.
I think so.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for someone to come on here and just give it to Neil. He's talking a lot about numbers and stuff. No, thank you. I don't buy it.
Are you a Neil guy or a Terrence Howard guy?
Those are the two options.
Those are your only two options.
Okay. In this scenario, I either get Neil deGrasse Tyson or Terrence Howard, the actor.
The physicist.
The physicist. Terrence Howard.
Actor forward slash physicist.
Well, which one was in Iron Man?
Physicist known as actor.
I'll take that guy. He knows. I mean, you ever seen that movie? That documentary? Incredible. You know what I mean? That guy goes all through the sky. He probably knows how to fly in space and stuff like that, for sure.
Are you talking about the Marvel movie Iron Man? Is that what you're saying?
The Marvel documentary, Iron Man, yeah.
No, it's not. No.
If you were a superhero, Gary, what would you want your superhero power to be?
I would like to, from any distance, just like quantum entanglement, no matter where I am in the universe, to be able to extend my tea bag directly to someone's face, anywhere, any dimension, any time, under any circumstance. It's just the ultimate. teabag, T-man, teabag man, or or teabag.
T the bag man.
I like that. Let's go with that. That's what I would want my power to be, as T the bag man, superhero.
All right, Gary. I think we come up with a better name than Teabagger man. How about we need to get sponsorships? I'm thinking, how about Lipton? Do we have? Who else makes tea? Wait, in Sweden, do they drink tea or coffee?
Coffee.
Do they really?
Yeah.
They don't do tea.
No, not really.
Why don't they do tea?
Tea is a bit weak.
Say that again.
Tea is a bit weak.
Oh, Johannes from the top rope. Wow.
Whoa.
Hot take time.
Oh,
tea is weak.
Some sucker punches.
Are
being
you
taken
team
around here.
tea or team coffee, Gary?
I am a coffee drinking teabag artist.
I see.
Yes.
Is that what your album is going to be called? Do you do spoken word?
I don't do spoken word, and I don't have an album, but I'm considering painting an album.
You paint an album for Nekrogoblikon.
Yeah.
We need a new cover. First, we need songs, like 12 or so of them.
What's on your mind right now?
What's on my mind right now? Right now, I'm thirsty. I'm thinking about,
Okay,
craving tea.
Okay, your first song, you nailed it.
Oh, wow.
I'm thirsty.
Is that how you write music?
That's just how I just wrote it. Wrote your first song.
Dang.
All right. Second
That's
song.
pretty good.
Second song, easy. What do you like to eat the most?
Oh, Chili's.
Second song is Chili's.
All right, I'm writing this down. Keep going. Okay. All
Third
right.
song.
Got 2 tracks. Where's Alex?
You got
Track
2
'em.
tracks. Track 3.
Okay.
We've decided, we love Nekrogoblikon because of these first 2. We're going to
Yep.
go into number 3. We
Okay.
haven't skipped. Number 3, how many times do you consider yourself to be a total, complete prick?
In a day? 7 or 8?
All right. So your third song is called 7 or 8.
7 or 8? All right, I like that. All right.
Yeah. And fourth song?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Fourth song's more about, do you enjoy the smell of your own breath?
No, not at all. That was.
Fourth song
I'm
is
not going to
no.
do that again.
No.
Okay.
It's no.
Yeah,
You
no
all-
means no.
No means no.
No means
That's
no.
even better.
Even better.
Elaborate. Fourth
Okay.
song is no means no.
All right.
All right. Fifth song, we're deep in. We're halfway through. We are completely necroed in.
Yeah, we're taking them on a journey, a musical journey,
Yeah, this
Gary.
is peaks and valleys.
Can we have one of those interludes? You know what I mean? I feel like
Okay.
a lot of albums are just people talking.
All right. So
We need one of those out tracks.
okay. So let's put it. Number 5 be an interlude.
Okay.
Okay, number 5 should be an interlude about when you're looking at yourself in the mirror and you're putting on your shirt right before your tie.
Yep.
What do you usually say to yourself at that moment?
I look in the mirror and I say, it's just one of those days when you don't want to wake up. And I say, everything's and everybody sucks. Do you have a song title that might work for that?
Well, that's the interlude. That's a great
Oh, okay.
interlude. That's
All right.
going to touch a lot of people. A lot
That's
of people are
kinda
going to relate to that.
All right.
Okay, that's your
I
transition.
don't know, though. I feel like, will people get behind it?
It depends. Is it satirical or is it serious?
I would probably say it's satirical.
They'll get behind it.
All right. What's another one?
Number 5, song 5. What is your shoe size in your fantasy?
Oh,
Since we're I know I've realized the Goblin.
well,
but,
see,
but your
it's more
your
about the toes,
Okay.
Gary. The toes crumple in
okay.
to human shoes. They don't really make Goblin shoes. Like, I feel like clown shoes would work, but they're very hard to run in. And when I'm on stage, I like to do running around and kind of stuff like that. So maybe like clown shoes, or what are those things called where you put them on your feet and they go on your little toes? Like weird rock climbing guys wear them, and guys that don't shower and stuff like that. They wear like those little shoes with little toes. What are those called? Vibrams. Vibrams. Don't want to buy them. But clown shoes.
All right. So song title 5
Okay.
is
You fall asleep? He's asleep. Gary. Oh, okay.
number 5.
Oh, there he is.
Songs number 5
All right.
is Clown Shoes.
All right.
Okay. Song 6. We're getting close. We're like We're really kind of building back
Now,
up to the grand finale.
in an album, in the middle, do you want it to be like kind of a good song, a little better song, a little better song, a little better song, a little better, and go like this? Or do you want to put bangers in the front, kind of whatever in the middle, and then bangers in the back? What would you think was the best way to sell an album, Gary? Because we're trying to make
I'd
money.
say no, never make an album to sell it. So is that what you're considering?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to get rich, Gary.
Okay.
I don't know if
Are
know
you in
this,
the get rich
but it's been
business
like
or the
12
stay rich
years
business?
Every album has been playing, and all I have is a podcast. So things are not going well.
Well, you got people canceling on you left and right.
Well,
clearly.
I mean, celebrities. You know what I mean? It wasn't just that he canceled. Is they just sent me a photo of his butthole. And he said, sorry, not coming in, and you're not coming in here. That was like, why'd he do that?
That's a classy move. It's 2024. That's a pretty smooth move. I like that.
That was cool.
Yeah.
And it was smooth.
Yeah.
It was beautiful.
Yeah, I
So-
can imagine his sphincter is very smooth.
Well, all celebrities, they get it worked on. They get work done.
Oh.
Yeah. You get anything worked on nowadays.
With my business, teabag painting, I see a lot of, not so smooth, chocolate starfishes,
What are they called?
sphincters.
Yeah, but before that, you said a what?
I said a chocolate starfish.
A chocolate starfish. What about that for a song title or an album title?
That doesn't sound.
That-
That doesn't sound very good.
Yeah.
Sounds like a complete terrible title, to my opinion.
Yeah, it's one of these words. But what if we were like, this is satirical?
Great title.
Okay,
Great
then they'll get
title.
behind it. All right, let's call ours, what was it called?
Chocolate starfish.
Starfish.
But you got to add something else to it. There's got to be like a Sergeant Pepper's and a
Oh,
Lonely
yeah,
Heart
yeah.
Club
All right.
band.
Chocolate starfish and the sparkling water. Like LaCroix. How about that? The LaCroix. Okay, because everyone loves that. I see people all the time. They're like, I want to drink a water and I want it to taste like someone spit the general flavor of that water into my mouth. They're like, I don't want it to taste like raspberries. I want someone who's eaten raspberries and then spit in my mouth. I want it to taste like that. And they call it LaCroix, which, are they sponsoring the show?
No.
Not anymore. All right. So how about that? Chocolate starfish and the LaCroix flavored water.
It sounds pretty good. It's a little too French.
You're right. You're going to hate that, right? You're French guy. So,
Is Mr. Berg French?
yeah.
No, I'm from Sweden, actually.
Oh.
You're from Sweden?
Yep.
Oh.
You know how I would remember that?
Oh.
If I called you my sweetie.
Yeah.
We're getting those shirts made. It's going to happen. My little sweetie. Iceberg. That's what I was going to say.
You're finding ways to become rich. That's your goal, right? You want to be
Oh, yeah.
rich.
I want to become rich right now, Gary. That's what I'm trying to do.
Okay.
I'm trying to make money.
What-
That's why I brought you on my show. They were like, Gary is going to take you to the promised land. I'm green, and I want some more green in my life.
How about Bitcoin? Are you into Bitcoin?
Cryptocurrency. Let's talk about
What
it.
about that Nekrogoblikon coin?
Nekrogoblikon.
Yeah, there you go.
Nekrogoblikon.
Now you're on to something.
See, this is what I like because crypto is not real. And I like things that aren't real that people say is real, and then all of a sudden it becomes real, right? How does it work?
Not real, say it's real, becomes real.
Yeah. Just like this podcast
Yeah.
right now.
There's something to it.
Yeah, you and me.
There's
This
something.
is a recording. None of these people are real. But because you and me are talking about it, it will become real. We'll put it out, and people will be like, that shit's real.
So a manifest, right?
A what?
A manifest,
A manifest.
right?
What's a manifest? Is it different from a petty fest?
It's a gathering where people go get their nails done.
Hey, Johannes, talk to Necro's manager. We're playing all these other fests, Juggalo Fest, stuff like that. We need to play Manifest.
Don't think that's but I can check.
Yeah. Get us on that bill.
Quite a candidate for the manifest with those beautiful nails of yours.
Yeah, I think I could be like, kind of like the face of it. You know, like for a while, like Ozzy Osbourne was like the face of, you know, Lollapalooza or something. And I feel like I could be that, but for Manifest. Right?
Let's get that trademarked immediately.
Okay, so that's what I got to do, Gary?
Yeah, trademark it. Then we'll go from there. You become the face. Everyone comes to get their manicures at this festival.
I tell you what, man. Thank God Fred Durst canceled. I'm getting freaking business advice. I'm getting gold, you know? The band is going to go to new heights after this. We got Gary on here. Hey, Gary, do you mind if I do some magic? Look at the beard. Like a regular Rick Glassman, huh? All right, now before I ask you the next question, is it cool if I take my mental performance shot of the day from Magic Mind? Oh, good. I thought you might say, yeah, because I'm going to take it. Nom, 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 nom. I've been drinking this for 1 week now, and I gotta say, I feel like a new Goblin. I don't feel stressed anymore that Fred Durst canceled. I'm selling more insurance than Brad. I feel more alert when I'm on stage. And I finally remember the name of all my band members. All 642 of them.
Don't forget that they also donate 5 cents of every bottle sold to mental health charities. And they're 100% carbon neutral.
You know what, Johannes? That's the first thing you've said where A, I've listened, and B, I agree with. Because it is such a great way to get 100% of my daily dose of vitamin C and D. Because you know what? I don't go outside a lot. Constantly in the office, doing podcasts with celebrities and performance artists, who's definitely not Fred Durst. They have an offer you could use right now. That gets you up to 48% off your first subscription or 20% off one-time purchases with code Goblikon at checkout. You can claim it at magicmind.com/Goblikon.
Let's get back to Gary.
By using magic. So, Gary, do you think cereal is soup? I mean, think about it. Like, what defines soup, Gary?
Soup is defined by a non-solid being in a bowl.
Okay, so what is cereal?
I'd say cereal is soup.
Thank you.
Say that's you.
Thank you, Gary.
Did
Thank you.
I pass? Did I get it right? Okay.
Is a hot dog a sandwich?
A hot dog is definitely just a simple species on our planet that's a little warm.
I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take that one as one in my corner. I agree with all these things.
Okay.
I feel like Gary is just spitting truth here.
I mean, I'm all about transparency at the end of the day, you know, and I've quite a knowledge base beyond the teabagging painting.
I've never met anybody like you, Gary. Is that what people say when they meet you? They say, I've never met anybody like you.
I mean, this is maybe the first time ever. I'm getting very, very emotional about it. Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Is what?
Being one of a kind.
I think it's a good thing. I mean, there's a lot of people in our world that just want to be like someone else. They want to fit in somewhere. Mm-hmm. But I'm really gathering a whole community of people who are just kind of like walk to the beat of their own drum. You know, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to cultivate a whole goblin army of people that are total individuals that just worship me and do what I tell them.
That's song 5, Worship Me.
Okay.
All right, song 5 is Worship Me.
All right.
You're really, now you need a ballad. You need a ballad, and the ballad comes at number 6, always.
All right.
Especially when it's a Nekrogoblikon album.
Of course. I mean, I'm really trying to elevate my vocals and get my vocals to the next level, singing for the band.
Let's hear where you're at now. Give us a little example, maybe something in the Goodbye to Romance kind of vibe.
Goodbye to romance. Goodbye, romance. Do, 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 do. Bye-bye.
That's song 6.
Okay, great.
Goodbye to romance.
Done. All right. We're really tracking fast here, and I like that.
Yeah, you know, well,
We almost got a whole album done.
I'm basically producing this now. It
You are
seemed like
producing it.
Produced by Teabag, okay? I just want to make it official. You didn't like the name for a superhero, but for a producer.
Oh, come on. There's T-Pain. Why can't there be Teabag?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's right.
We're going to find out after this that there's already someone out there called MC Teabag. He's very upset right now. He's like, that's my whole thing.
Well, remember what I said? We are going to trademark it first. I'm sure they haven't got the mark for it yet.
Right.
And
No
then,
way.
Then I'll cancel them and sue them when they use the name.
I think you should.
Yeah, I've never sued anybody, but if somebody uses that name after I get MC, I don't think MC, just Teabag. Teabag.
I tell you what, you put me in a room with that guy who's saying, oh, this is my stuff. I say, no. I know whose stuff this is. This is Gary's. He's now known as Teabag, okay, pal? And he go, no, it's mine. No, and I say, no. It's my way. My way or the highway. And I tell it to him right to his face.
You got some really amazing proverbial quotes. You know, if I could just footnote you.
Really?
I might use some of those, but I will footnote you on those, okay?
I think you should, Gary.
I will. What's it like for you when you meet someone you kind of fancy and you want to get close to and get intimate with? Are you a relationship kind of guy? Or are you?
I would like to be, Gary.
Are you?
I haven't had so many opportunities to really be in a relationship, but I want to. What could I do, Gary, to get better at relationships? Because there are a lot of people I fancy, as you put it. I fancy them. But I feel like they don't really, like from their end, they're not really to me.
Right.
You know?
You need some advice on what to do?
Yeah, Gary.
Well, first of all, what kind of, who, you said there are some you like, who are they? What kind of thing or person, or are they goblins?
I just think that I kind of am attracted now to more humans because I'm just around more humans. And I work at an insurance company where there's a lot of humans, and a lot of them I think are very awesome people. And one in particular, she's pretty great. She works in HR. So, I just kind of want to figure out how to approach it. She invited me to this party. I got a little too drunk. Sorry, Gary, not sorry. And then my boss was there, and he was kind of hitting on her. Then it kind of got physical. And so, I just kind of bounced, and I kind of just tore off his face.
Was she flattered?
She wasn't not flattered. She kind of was it kind of was couldn't tell if it was at what I had just done or just the next thing she was going to say was oh, that's so sweet, John. But she just seemed like she had, too much blood on her face to really talk or whatever.
Mm-hmm. You probably didn't give her a chance to talk. Just sitting here with you, I'm thinking maybe you
just dagger right there, Gary. Wow, that was like you had one of those blow darts and you just went, whew, truth, boom, got me. You're right, Gary. I didn't let her talk. I have to do more listening. I think in my life in general, I have to do more listening. Are you a good listener?
I am.
Johannes, I have something I want to tell you.
Yeah.
Okay? It just came to me.
Right.
You need to stop wearing flannel to work. Because you're blending in with the brick wall. Find it very hard. I need to know where you are at all times. Okay?
Sorry, Gary. I never wear flannel, but
All right.
yeah, okay.
That's enough. No more talking. I need to be a better listener.
That's right, listening.
Yeah. Johannes, I told you Jamar Chase would get more receiving yards. I told you. You're all like, I don't know, man. It's the Bengals. And I was like, trust me. I know Joe Burrow.
Sure.
Did you know you could win up to 100 times your money on PrizePicks? Yeah, with as little as 4 correct picks. Sign up right now and get $50 instantly when you play just $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed, just like my love for you. PrizePicks is the best way to win real money this football season. Ask yourself, which players are going off? Which ones are not so much? Make your picks in less than 60 seconds and turn your sports opinions into real money. All season long on PrizePicks. Download the app today and use code RIGHTNOW to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. That's right. All you have to do is download the app today and use code RIGHTNOW to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. PrizePicks! What are some things I could do to become a better listener?
Well, first of all, the hardest obstacle is you have to be actually interested in what someone else is saying.
See, that's right. That's hard for me.
Yeah, I can tell.
I have a real hard time. Like sometimes people are talking, but it's like just not very interesting. You know what I mean? Like I'll be at a party, I'll be at a work party. They're like, "Hey, what do you think about all the new Excel sheets?" I'm just like, "Oh, yikes, Steven." You know what I mean? No one friggin' cares.
What would be interesting to you? What would Steven say that would interest you? What in your fantasy world?
Well, he'd be like, "Don't you think Chili's happy hour should be extended by an hour?" And I'd be like, "Yes, dude. Yeah. What else?" He'd be like, "Isn't Goblin metal kind of the premier kind of metal?" I go, "You're talking now. Now we're cooking with gas, Steven."
I doubt that'll ever happen with Steven. It's just my gut feeling.
Well, I'm not interested in Steven in that way, so that's okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, what about that for another song title? Cooking with Gas.
There it is, song 6, Cooking with Gas.
Cooking with Gas. Are we
No, that
keeping
was
track?
song 7. You did Goodbye to Romance for 6. Song 7, Cooking with Gas. We need 3 more.
Okay, so how many total is that?
That's 7. We need 10.
10 makes an album?
10.
What's the difference between an EP, an IP, an AP, and an album?
To me, it's obvious. Just a few letters, to make it.
I would say, yeah, probably one letter, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
interesting.
album is, the album brings in a few more.
Do albums do better than the smaller albums? Like if you make a really big, do you get paid per song? Because if that's the case, I feel like we should do like, what Fish is doing and just do like, 50 songs or one song that feels like 50 songs.
Yeah, you know what? I believe if you're talking about musicians getting paid, I believe the business is, the best business for them is to not pay the musicians.
That's what I'm saying. I've been seeing a lot of stuff in the news that like artists are like getting mad at bigger companies because they want to be paid for their work. And like Spotify and stuff, like Nekrogoblikon always talking about it on the bus. They're like, I'm like, "Oh, we got like 1 million streams. We're going to bring it in, And then they're like, "Here's a half-eaten ice cream cone from the company. Job well done, Which I'm thrilled about. Self-serve. So it's legit.
It's a success. Success is all relative, right?
Like, should it just be like one person kind of getting most of the money and most things? Isn't that how things are set up? Like, that's probably a good thing, right?
That's definitely how Spotify is set up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not a sponsor here. Don't worry. We can shit on them all podcast long.
Maybe not. Well, I mean, we do go up on Spotify. Maybe not.
Oh, what are they going to do? What are they going to do, Johannes?
Take us down?
Okay. Right now, check us out on Spotify. Friendly to musicians and always paying fairly. Spotify. Stream a stream a stream. Ha.
Plus, their logo is green,
I do like that. I do. We should try and sell our show to Spotify. Make them pay us.
They don't pay.
Well, sorry. We should try and get another ice cream code that's full, not eaten, from Spotify.
I'll see what I can do.
Why do you think Spotify doesn't want to pay the musicians? Because we're in the studio, we're writing the songs, then we tour, we're gathering the fan base, we send them all to check out the music. It used to be where they would walk into a store, they'd have to buy a thing, what are they called? You want to say teabag so bad, don't you?
No.
No?
Teabags are not this.
Oh, globes.
Teabags.
Oh, okay, yeah. So they used to walk in there to buy 2 CDs.
Yeah.
You know? Mm-hmm. They used to put them in. Mm-hmm. And they used to have to listen to music like that. And now they can just go on a device. They can listen to whoever they want as many times as they want. It's like, it's cool, you know, because we can listen to whatever we want. But is it fair, Gary?
Well, Spotify, I'm sure, wants us all to feel lucky that we have them. So they want Nekrogoblikon to feel fortunate and lucky that Spotify is helping people listen to your music and become aware of you. So that's priceless, and they don't necessarily feel that maybe you deserve any money for that. You should pay them.
Do you hear what you said, Johannes? Mm-hmm. Just think about it. Just think about it. So Gary, that one just kind of came up. That was like there's something there. Just write down song about thinking.
That's number 8.
Number 8, song about thinking. I like when they have song in a song title. Like, not enough songs are called song, you know?
Do you have a favorite song?
What song has song in the song title? It's probably that one. Thong Song. Thong Song. Now, that's probably a really good song. It has song in the title.
It's a great title.
It kind of rhymes.
Yeah.
Which I love a good alliteration. Is that what alliteration is? What is it called when it rhymes? Johannes?
I'm sure it's alliteration.
No.
I'm from Sweden. I don't know.
Well, someone in the comments will write it very nicely, I'm sure. They know how to word things in the comments, that's for sure. But you very delicately.
Do you read the comments?
I love reading comments. Should I, Gary? Because sometimes I read the comments, I feel good. And then other times I read the comments, I don't feel good.
Why?
Well, because they're trolls, and goblins have a very sketchy history, I'll say, with trolls. Okay, we've been in battle for many, many years. Mm-hmm. And so when I see a troll in the comments, I know what their game plan is. They don't like seeing a goblin as a prominent figure in the podcasting world. So they're trying to bring me down, trying to bring down our fans. But everybody knows goblins are better than trolls, right, Gary?
That's the rumor.
What do you think about trolls, Gary?
I believe the projectile that comes out of them to mate is very, very strange looking.
You mean the little gem in their tummy?
This little finger thing that comes out. It's like comes.
Is that what happens?
Yeah.
I've honestly, I can't be in the same room as a troll for more than like 3 minutes, so I've never seen it. But have you been with a troll, Gary? Gary.
I've jumped on a few grenades for some friends. Let's just say that.
Wow, I was really into this interview, but
Is this an interview?
Well, it was supposed to be, but they were all like, "Don't do an interview, just talk to Gary." And I was like, "All right, I'll just talk to Gary." Because here's the thing, I don't like interviews, Gary.
Yeah, they're boring.
They're boring. Mm-hmm. I don't want to hear someone asking someone else questions. I want to hear 2 people becoming one. What about that?
Song 9.
2 becomes 1.
Song number 9.
When 2 becomes 1.
I think Spice Girls has a song like that.
What, Johannes?
What? I said I think Spice Girls have a song like that.
Spice Girls? We should get them on. I don't think we have enough seats, but we should think about getting the Spice Girls on. You listen to the Spice Girls, Gary?
That would be spicy. Yes.
That would be super spicy.
Of course.
They should get a hot sauce. Why haven't they figured that out? Or a rack. Spice rack. Spice Girls rack.
A spice rack.
The amount of ideas that are going to come out of this episode
Oh,
going to make people rich.
you are going to be rich, Gary.
What? But you don't want in on this, Gary?
You're going to be rich, Gary.
Am I Gary?
Now you're tuning in.
Wait a minute.
You're listening.
It's happening. We're becoming one. I feel like Gary. Wait a minute.
Power. This is power.
Yeah,
You
I
feel it.
feel powerful.
You feel it. This is what it's all about. This is why they put that D bag in the closet and had me come in. This is the purpose. They said John needs a little bit of coaxing, producing. He's having a writer's block. He needs to figure out. Yeah. So here
My creative juices are gone. They're
we
spent.
have one more song.
They got me doing
title.
15 podcasts a day.
We're almost done. What's song 10?
I don't know. Maybe just it's like maybe it's just an expression, or I'm tired of negativity.
Mm-hmm.
I want it to be anti-negative. So I feel like we had a song called No. Let's have a song called Yeah.
There it is.
What do you think about that?
We're finished. It's a wrap.
That's a wrap. Album done.
Need an album title?
Okay, when coming up with an album title, do you kind of go with the theme of all the songs? Do you pick out a song, a lyric? What's the move, Gary?
I would say don't put too much thought or meaning into any of it and just say the album's called anything that just has nothing to do with anything on the album.
Let's call it Anything and Everywhere and It's All at Once. Done. All right? That's going to make us at least $7 on Spotify over the course of 5 years, and we'll get them in small increments once they take 98%. Wow!
Well, this podcast will have changed the model. We are going to now start paying Spotify.
I love that.
That's the idea.
We pay them.
Yes.
Because then we have the power.
Yes.
That's what I'm talking about. We send checks every week, royalty checks to Spotify, Johannes. And what we need to do is stop worrying about getting sponsors and start paying sponsors so they're working for us. Just like if I were to pay you, you'd be my employee, right? That's how it works. So we pay sponsors, and then people are like, who are your sponsors? Like, I don't know. You mean my employees? You mean my star employee, BetterHelp? Employee of the month, Magic Mind? You know? That's what I think we should do. They work for us, dude.
And how are you going to make money?
What do you mean, how are we going to make? We just wrote the world's best experimental album. And then, how do we make money, Gary? We're paying them, and it's kind of like...
Let's see. If you owe Spotify $1 million, you have a problem. But if you owe Spotify $5 million, they have a problem. So once you owe them $5 million, they're going to do anything to make you happy, to get that $5 million back. And in return, we make a deal with them to give you $5 million.
The people are rallying behind us. They're blowing their horns.
That's the Teabag
We've created
posse.
an army, and they're out there. They're coming, Johannes. They're coming to get it from us. We should come up with a fun word for, like, getting that thing. You know what I mean? Like what's a word for like a funny word that we could be like, like because everyone's like doing it all for one thing. You know what I mean? We could do it all for something. What's a funny word? I'm sick of everyone and their dumb pastries, and I feel like sometimes when they come in here they're from a bakery, they're just like, "Hey, I got some cookies." I'm just like, "I'll tell you where. Stick it, pal. Stick it up your
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah."
That's good. Stick a cookie up your That's
Gary, go with that. Go with that feeling.
Cookie.
Follow that feeling. Cookies. Cookies up a yeah.
Cookie.
What rhymes with cookie?
Cookie, rookie.
Sookie. What was her name?
Bookie.
Snooky.
Snooky.
Wookie.
Snooky. Wookie.
Wookie. Bookie. That's like a guy who's like, hey, you want to bet on this sport? Like that guy, Bookie.
Did it all.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M,
Mookie.
Mookie. Done.
Mookie.
Done. Don't go any further.
Mookie.
That's it.
Yeah, Mookie.
Mookie.
Yeah.
All right.
Mookie.
What about that as
Mookie.
the album title?
Mookie.
Mookie. And it's just a big cookie with a bite out of it.
This is getting good. Green cookie.
Yeah.
Mookie.
There's something there.
There's something there.
I just feel like. But okay, here we go. Underneath, in parentheses, we'll say, we're being satirical.
Nookie is satirical.
Sorry, Gary, I don't think that's going to work.
Nookie is satirical.
First bad idea he's had. Like, that has zero appeal. You know what I mean? Good luck trying to get a song called Nookie over.
Yeah.
Not going to happen.
It's a bad idea.
Can you imagine like a crowd of people
Yeah.
singing that? You're going to do one of those call response and you're just like, oh, cookie, nookie. And they're just like, yeah, like, sorry, Gary. I liked you up until that point. You're having some really solid financial advice.
I'm a teabag painter.
Yeah,
You know,
I mean, that's it, dude. You're just Gary the teabag painter.
I think the whole idea of me coming in and helping with John's album isn't necessarily going exactly where I thought, but we have had a great therapy session here.
Yeah, and I'll say this. Today went nothing like I thought it was going to. I had prepared for something else. But here's the thing. That happens to me a lot in life, where I go in with expectations. I say, here's exactly how today's going to go. And I'm trying to control how today's going to go. And then something else happens. It totally throws me off my game. And then here I am, meeting someone brand new, having a better experience than I ever would have had. Don't you feel like that, Johannes?
I do.
I mean, you are the star of the show, John, and so it's important that anybody here is just lifting you. You know, it's not about anyone else. It's not about Gary, the teabagger painter, the teabag fanatic. It's about you and Nekrogoblikon. So stand back, let John rise. Stand back like sourdough, John will rise. It's just a thing, man. You know?
Gary, I'm back in with you. Cancel it being called Cookie Wookie Nookie. It's going to be called I'm a Sourdough Just Trying to Rise. Album title. Print it.
I was going to say it could be a cookie rising and you could be the cookie monster.
Shut up, Johannes. Shut up. Jesus. Wow. I'm sorry. I feel like I'm bringing a lot of hate your way, and hate is all the world has even seen lately. So,
It's okay,
just
keep rolling.
It is true. There's a lot of hate out there.
yeah.
John.
And we're trying to bring the love, Gary. We're trying to bring the love. Here's the thing. I want to get you out of here inspired, press-spired, or I feel like you had a good sweat as well. We get out the toxins, Gary. And so here's what's going to make you sweat. This is called my Right Now questionnaire. Okay? These are questions you have to answer right now, which, by the way, we should start recording. So go ahead and hit record.
I don't think anything's plugged in. There's no red lights on the
there-
cameras.
Trust me. I know, Gary. I'm going to ask you a rapid-fire questionnaire. And Gary, just like you've been doing, you're just going to speak straight from the dome. You're not going to overthink it.
I'm making sure, though, that this is a pod flop. This is about this podcast episode flopping. This is what internally will help me help you rise like sourdough.
You're trying to make the podcast flop? What are you, Adam Pally? Okay, so are you ready? Are you ready?
Somebody say something funny over there. Did you hear that?
Is he in there still?
It's Bobby
Hey!
Lee. What's Bobby Lee doing here?
Bobby, speaking of flops, Bobby Lee, speaking of flopping careers, Bobby Lee, everybody. Is that who's been in the closet the whole time with Fred Durst? We've all been saying for a while, Bobby, come out of the closet. All right, so.
Question, rapid fire.
Rapid fire, don't overthink it. Are you ready, Gary?
Maybe.
And away we go. Left or right?
Right.
Westmoreland.
Right.
Favorite genre of metal?
Grand.
There's a snail chasing you. The snail is moving at a snail's pace, but will follow you for the rest of your life. You can go as fast as slow as you want, but the snail will always be moving in your direction. If you touch the snail or the snail touches you, you die. And before you ask, yes, it can swim or survive in any atmosphere. What's your plan to survive the snail?
Copper pipe.
Copper pipe. What was that? What would that do?
Ask the snail.
You ever been to Trader Joe's, Gary?
Never.
Thank you so much, Gary. I feel like this episode was so much better than it was going to be if that other guy, Fred Durst, was on here. But we got Gary, and Gary has made an album with us. He's now a producer on our album, so make sure you get his credits correct.
Teabag.
That's it.
T the Bagman, or what was it?
Wow.
Staying with Teabag, Mr. Berg.
Come on, Ice. Get it together, Ice. Let's see, did I cover everything?
Anything you really want to know about me, just hit me with it right now.
Well, I only have these questions prepared, so I guess I'll just ask you this one. What was it like working on Y2K? Like that's what we prepared. That was the best we got. Were you around during Y2K? Never forget.
When the end of the world happened?
Yes.
Yeah. No.
Everything changed. The night, everything changed.
No, I wasn't around.
Scary night. That was a scary night.
What was Nekrogoblikon doing on that night?
It was probably not talking to too many ladies. We were probably I was probably. What year is Y2K?
2000.
2000? I was young. I'm barely 30, Gary. I don't know if you know that. And finally, I have to ask this. It's on everyone's mind. We toured with. See, this doesn't apply because we toured with Limp Bizkit. We toured with Gary, so it's kind of like it's good to just do some fun stories. Just like want to pretend to like do some fun stories. Like, oh, Gary, what was it like to tour with Nekrogoblikon? Do you have that photo? Here's why I'm glad that guy didn't show up today. He choked me. Look at that. He choked me.
Looks like that D-bag is dyeing his beard.
Here's what's crazy. How did he know that bucket hats were going to be cool in 2024? That guy is a fashion icon. Everyone I see walking around looks like this now.
You've changed quite a bit, I see.
Why? I got some money, so I was able to, get some hair plants.
You got some plugs?
Yep.
Yeah. Interesting.
Can you believe this?
You really played with that band?
Yeah, I did.
Or you just did the photo? Is it Photoshop thing?
No, he's really choking me. They were like,
Oh, but the arm's at a natural angle. I don't actually think that there is no arm actually there. The hand was applied later. I see this little thing.
well, I can tell you, my hands look very real. Definitely that photo.
I highly doubt that you would stoop as low to play with Limp Bizkit. So I think it's Photoshop. Maybe you forgot. Maybe you were thinking it happened.
I mean, it was a low point, because on tour, that was like where it started, where they weren't allowing me to sleep on the bus.
Why? Why's that?
I don't know. It just kind of like was a thing. They were like, you can't sleep on the bus, John. You're going to sleep on top of the bus. And then that's where I first met Wes Borland, Mm-hmm. He was all talking to me about Sephora and all his makeup consultations, He was kind of like the first makeup influencer, wasn't he?
I would rather be a real influencer instead of a makeup one.
You're trying to be a real influencer?
A real influencer or makeup influencer. I don't want to be I don't want to be a made up anything. Yeah, I want to be the real thing if I was going to be one.
That's what I like about you and me, Gary. We're just two real guys talking. Mm-hmm. No gimmicks, just a couple of dudes being real.
Becoming one.
becoming one.
Right.
When two becomes one. Write that down. So, Gary, usually I have people plug like things they're going to promote. So, take it away, Teabag.
Hello, Nekrogoblikon fans and fans of John. I'm Gary, and I'm a teabag artist, and I really love teabagging, and I'm one of a kind, the original teabag artist, and it's an honor to be here to promote my teabagging here. And to be honest with you, if I could be a superhero, I would be able to teabag across the universe. And I'm also the producer of Nekrogoblikon's new album.
Yes.
Check out that album. It's a
What's the album title, Brandon?
I'm sourdough just trying to rise.
I'm sourdough just trying to rise. Coming soon. And hey,
produced by
Gary,
Teabag. Produced by Teabag.
Yeah, produced by Teabag for sure.
Why haven't you kicked me off sooner? How are we going this long with this dynamic?
You don't feel good, Gary?
I feel really good.
I feel really.
Oh, you feel good too?
You live here. We're gonna hang out after this, I assume.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
But before you go back to where you came from, there's a little something under your chair, a little script I wrote. It was really cool you promoting your stuff, and you definitely also promoted us, but it's only fair that like everyone who comes here also promotes some other stuff. So I wrote it. This is in Fred's voice. So maybe you just do like your best, do like a funny Fred impression and read it.
Fred Astaire? Fred
Astaire.
Oh. Yo, biscuits, stop being so limp. Listen up to Daddy Durst.
No, not that Durst. The old guy who, like, killed a bunch of people.
Oh.
Yep.
Yo, biscuits, stop being so limp. Listen up to the Jinx.
Yep, perfect.
Okay. Should you like and subscribe to this podcast? Yeah. Should you follow John and his band on all their socials? Yeah. Should you buy some merch right now? Yes, motherfuckers.
That was pretty good, Gary. Sounded just like Fred Astaire. Wow. I won't get my hat signed, but I feel like that was a really good interview, Johannes.
Yeah.
I'm now a fan of Gary.
It was nice. How do you feel about interviewing a genuine person?
It was nice. Tired of all these comedians coming on with a facade, Like, just show me who you really are.
Yeah.
Let me in, and Gary did.
So you feel better about interviewing Gary now instead of Fred Durst?
Yeah! Goodbye, romance! Do, 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 do!